He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They run the counter with White. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play. Whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
Running on 2nd with White. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Getting out to his left. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Buccaneers come through to tie it in the 4th. Baker Mayfield the touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end brought the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain, he did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create.
Oh, look at this, they're faking it! And I suspect it'll be a long time before they call a fake extra point again. That was a disaster. Never got close.
You know, that's a call you might see in the college game, but it's pretty dead and gone from the NFL, and for good reason. Even catching them off guard, the chance for success, extremely low.
Return starts at the 3. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. On to the Atlanta offense. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. He's on the move. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the 1st down.
On the move, headed right. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Back to throw it. Forced out to his right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down. Nearly an interception on that play. So that brings up 4th and long. He'll throw it. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. 1st and 10 now from the 30. The give now to White. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Again, this is White. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. Baker now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. So Chase McLaughlin is on in a high-pressure spot. This will be a 44-yard look. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And late in the 4th, they have grabbed a lead.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. And the last time we saw them, Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Pitts brings it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Now the give for Bijan. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. They get 6, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons trail by a field goal. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 46. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Rolling left, buying some time. He's going to keep it this time. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Finds his target, Robinson. And this one does not go far.
You know, Kate, that really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You'll feel it. Right, look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, eyes are downfield and the big play follows.
And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. Young Hueku out for the field goal. Pressure hanging over this kick. He's looking 34 yards here down the middle. Looking good, and it's through. And inside the final minute, they've tied this up.
It's such a confidence builder to a sideline, to an entire team, Kate. Trust your kicker in these big moments. He tied it up, and now it's incumbent upon his defense to do their job.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20. The Buccaneers and receiver Mike Evans headed back out. And even with some time left, Brock, a long ways to go to get into range for a game winner. They're going to need to move it in a hurry. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, 2nd down. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up. And he'll get it up to the 27. It's a gain of 6, and they only need half of that now on 3rd and 3. That's going to do it for regulation, so some bonus football in store for all those fans in the stands. We're headed for overtime. So as we go through this coin toss, Brock, I'm sure most of our fans know it, but this is something that can decide the game. If the team who gets it first scores a touchdown, the game is over. But if they only kick a field goal, their opponent gets it with a shot to win or tie. And if we play beyond those 2 possessions, the next score would then win. Now hopefully this conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. The Falcons ready for their next possession. They couldn't quite get the job done in regulation, but the home crowd rising now to fire them up and help them finish the job right away in OT. Chased out to his right. And he has the pick, but no, he can't hold on. Would have given him a chance to win it in OT, but nope, just second down now. Back to throw, Cousins. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one hits for 30, and the Falcons will have a first.
Kate, I've probably seen a million balls thrown in my life, and maybe even more, from the time I was in high school all the way here to the pros, and over all these decades of watching guys throw it. And I'll tell you what, I never get tired of watching a laser like that. Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on first, it's second down. Now Cousins again. Escapes out to the left. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.